Hello, 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 beautiful people. You are watching ZaneTV, where you will learn how to turn fear into freedom and ignite your life. And oh my goodness, guys, I am so excited for today's reading because there are two awesome things coming. So first thing first is I'm going to announce the winner for the month of August. So we have a winner for the giveaway for the month of August, and our winner is the awesome Heidi Mattheus. She won a reading with me. So Heidi, if you're watching this video, please make sure you send me an email at support@zanebaker.com, and then you and I will connect and create a time for us together to deliver a reading for you. Heidi, you can use that reading in whichever way you see fit for you. So please make sure that you email me so we can get that going and deliver that reading for you. Now, the second exciting thing for you guys is it's a new month, so a new giveaway is happening. Make sure that you subscribe, like, and drop a comment underneath this video letting me know how you would utilize this reading when you win it, and you will immediately qualify. And then on the first Sunday of every month, I will announce our awesome winner, just like I did this month for our beloved Heidi. Last week, guys, I've done a soul journey reading, which is a soul remembrance. And if you guys didn't catch that video, please make sure that you go to the video in the description and watch it, because it'll give you more of a general overarching understanding of what your soul wants you to remember now that you are here on earth. Now, the intention behind today's reading is to actually dive deeper to you through these three piles, because guys, we're all different beings and we all have our own soul path and soul journey, and I wanted to give a little bit more specific guidance to each one of you. That's why I decided to create this reading to be more in depth, and today you will get more details. So all right, guys, if you are familiar with the pick a card reading, then please just go to the timestamps underneath this video and jump to your pile and start that reading for you guys. Now, if you're new here, hi, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you receive new insights every week. And if you're new to pick a card or pick a pile reading, then I'm going to explain to you guys a few ways that can help you in deciding which pile can be the one for you. So guys, one of my favorite ways is to simply trust my gut and trust my intuition. So which pile you feel guided towards right now? Is it pile number 1? Is it pile number 2? Is it pile number 3? And go with the one that you feel guided towards, and don't overcomplicate things. Just go with the one that your eye landed on the first, or the one that you feel drawn into. Now, if you're having a hard time, I'm going to share with you a few ways to really hone in your intuitive ability so you can select the pile that really is the one for you. So the first method is to simply repeat the number of the pile 3 to 5 times. So simply look at the pile and say the number of the pile. So 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. And what I encourage you to do is take a second to take a couple of deep breaths, let them out, and then repeat the number and see which pile resonate with you and select in that method. Now, if you're really having a hard time selecting, then one of my favorite method, and I learned that from Chloe. I love Chloe. I love her channel. She is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous reader, and I love that method, and I learned it from her. So I give credit where credit is due. And it is to go to the timestamps and see if your favorite number is in that. So go to the timestamps and look at the timestamp of the pile and see if your lucky number is there, or your favorite number is there, or just like the timestamp calls to you. That's another way for you to select. Now, the third way that I'm introducing for you guys is in the timestamps also, I'm going to start putting emojis. So every reading, it'll have a different emoji. Look at the emojis of the timestamps and see what emoji talk to you. So then you can select the pile based on the emoji. And the last thing that I want to share with you guys is actually from one of my followers on Instagram. And speaking of Instagram, guys, if you haven't followed me on Instagram yet, I do a lot of card pulls and energy updates and things of that nature on more daily basis on the Instagram channel. So please make sure that you follow me on Instagram at Zane Baker 1111. That's my handle. And one of my followers on Instagram, she shared with me and she said, Zane, whenever I'm struggling in picking a specific pile, I actually watch the reading in its entirety and select or pick up the messages that resonate with me regardless of the pile. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love that. So all right, guys, I shared with you a few ways now. Please make sure that you apply the way that you feel is for you. There is no right or wrong. just simply go with the flow and pick the pile that resonates with you. And remember guys, you can qualify for a free reading with me to win it for the month of September by leaving a comment underneath this video, and I'll see you guys in your pile. See you there. All right, my beautiful friends, welcome to your pile. This is pile number 1. If you selected this pile, we're going to dive into the reading. So the first card is Defend to the End, the Worthwhile. The second card is the Sacred Fool. And the third card is Trust Yourself. And we also have an affirmation card that says, when I lean on the faith of the universe, peace becomes real. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. So guys, last week I've done a reading called Messages from Your Soul. This week's reading is all about what your soul wants you to know about your energy, about your soul energy. That's why I call this reading Your Soul's Journey or Your Soul's Story, because this is literally going to tell you more about your energy as a human being from a soul perspective, and how things can transpire in your life or might have transpired in your life. So I hope you enjoy this style of a reading, because it is going to be a lot of fun and it's going to give you even more details. If you haven't seen last week's reading, please go check it out. The link is in the description and underneath this video, and see how that message ties into this one. So all right guys, pile number 1, what does this all mean? So defend to the end, the Sacred Fool, trust yourself. What I'm getting for you guys is specifically is that you have seen a lot, you have experienced a lot, you've been through a lot, and that you have your own battle scars. You've been through your dark night of the soul. You've been through events in your life that tested your strength, and that while you might have some battle scars and you have shed some tears over painful events in the past, you are still moving forward in your life because you have always trusted yourself. See guys, when you are a person who trusts himself or herself, you'll be able to navigate the path of life no matter what life throws at you. Because the truth of the matter is, guys, in life, things are going to happen. Things are bound to happen. That's just part of the journey. Every human is meant to go through their own journey. But if we trust ourselves and we rely on our instinct and we rely on our ability to trust that gut feeling, the feeling that we get in the pit of our stomach, or we listen to the whispers that come from divinity through insights, through dreams, then we'll be able to navigate the path that we're traveling, regardless of how hard it might look for us as we are going through that journey. So in here guys, if you notice, there is this beautiful figure and they have what looks like tears tracks on their face. So that tells me that you're a person who have been through a lot and you've witnessed a lot. But at the same time, what's really drawing my attention is, even though they have like tears all over their face, they're not crying. So the image is depicting like, I've seen a lot, I have hit rock bottom, but I am still standing. And that's what I'm feeling for you guys, is that you have been through a lot, but you are a fighter, you are a spirit warrior, you are a human who knows that no matter what life throws at you, you're gonna come out the end triumphant. You're gonna come out the end winning. And guys, in life, when crap hit the fan, sometimes it's just our spirit trying to tell us that there are things out of alignment in our life that we need to align. So if things are out of alignment for you right now, trust yourself and trust those feelings that you are getting that things are not right. So if you're getting some red flags in relationships, some red flags in business, some red flags about certain candidates that you're thinking about voting for, especially if you are in the US, there's so much like crap being portrayed on the news. Trust your feeling. Don't let other people's thoughts, ideas, emotions, or feelings persuade you. When you trust your feeling, no matter what happens, you will be able to stand strong and stand your ground and be able to lead from a space of love and a space of honor honor. And guys, there are bird energy in this reading like crazy. If you notice, the girl here, there's like a beautiful owl on her head. And for those who like spirit animals and animal symbology, the owl is all about trusting your inner feelings, trusting your guidance. The owl is an animal that can see in the dark. So if you are going through periods in your life where things feel dark, call upon the owl energy and see how that can help you. And in here, guys, your affirmation card also depicts two owls. And the owls in here, they are asleep and they are trusting that no matter what happens, they can see in the dark, just like this figure here, and that their trust in the universe, it would gives them peace. That's why I feel that this affirmation, especially for this pile, is very powerful, because when you lean on the faith of God, the universe, spirit, then peace becomes your reality. You are not worried about like, oh my gosh, why is this happening? Because you're trusting that even though some things might happen in your life that made you cry, by you trusting your instincts and your ability and trusting in the universe, in God, in spirit, then you're going to come out triumphant. And the card that I haven't spoke about yet is the Fool card. I mentioned it in the beginning of the reading, but I haven't talked about it. The Fool in tarot is all about new beginnings and all about having that naivete, that childlike energy of trusting, going with the flow, knowing that things might play out in their own way, but you're not hung up over how they should play out. And if you notice, this figure is sitting and they have like a little doll that they are controlling with strings. So this goes back to what I shared with you guys earlier, like don't let other people control you. So in here, it's telling me that you must trust your ability and feel your way through the situation and not let other people control you. Just like this figure in here is controlling the doll, don't be controlled by other people and have the energy of the new beginning, have the energy of trusting your ability, have the energy and knowing that you can get through it and you will get things done, and just trust that things will work out. So in last week's reading, we talked about your soul's remembrance. So it was all about remembering as a soul why we came to earth. And in here, this reading is more about you as a soul. What are some of the learning curves that you might have went through in the past and how they could play out in your life? So what I'm getting for you, pile number one, is that you've seen a lot, you've been through a lot, but also you trusted yourself through the process. And by trusting yourself, you were able to see through people who might be trying to control you. And the way to really live through anything in life is to have trust and faith in both your ability and in the universe's having your back, and the universe's, or God or spirit, whatever you want to call it, really guiding you through the situation. So all right, guys, I hope that this reading really resonated with you. If it did, please give it a big thumbs up. And remember, you can qualify for a new winning for this month by dropping me a comment underneath this video, letting me know how you would utilize this reading when you win it. All right, guys, I love you so much. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you again later this week with another reading. Till we speak again, may the rest of your life be the best of your life. And bye. Hello, 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 pile number two. Welcome to your reading. This reading is all about what your soul wants you to know right here, right now. So guys, last week, if you haven't caught the video that I recorded for you guys, please go check it out underneath this video in the description or in the cards right here in the top right, I believe. But that video was all about what your soul wanted you to remember, what your soul wanted to tell you. So it was messages from your soul. In this week's reading, I wanted to take a deep dive into you in specific. So the pile that you resonated with the most will have specific messages that are related to you and your soul path and your soul journey and the things that you experienced. So without further ado, let's get to your cards, guys, and see what spirit has in store for you and what your soul wants you to know. So the first card I have is the perfection of your life. The second card is softly, softly, the tender touch. The third card is collaborative dreaming, and your affirmation is, in every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me towards right-minded thinking and the energy of love. Wow, guys. Wow, wow, wow. So my beautiful pile number 2, this reading for you is very powerful because first thing I'm getting from this reading in specific is that you are a dreamer. You're a human who has big goals, big aspirations, and you feel that things are meant to be amazing and huge for you, and that you might have went through spells in life where you were crying and things didn't work out, but please don't let that part of life deter you from following your dream, following your bliss, going with your intuition when it comes to what you want to manifest in life. Because guys, the first card, it says the perfection of your life. So this tells me that you have a dream, you have a vision that you want to bring to fruition, but some of the things that happened in the past have created some doubts, created some fears, created some limitations, and you must heal these things. And one of the best things that you can do, guys, to heal these things is through meditation. Meditation is really powerful in releasing old programmings. And in here it says, in every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me towards right-minded thinking and the energy of love. It tells me that you must align yourself with the energy of positive thinking and the energy of love. And if you were drawn to this pile and you feel that you can cultivate the energy of love and gratitude in your life in more deep and meaningful way, please pause this video, go to the description underneath this video. There is a link to my meditation, the Grateful Morning Meditation. It's a 9-minute meditation that'll help you cultivate an attitude of gratitude. And especially if you're a dreamer, if you're a believer, if you're a person who wants to create magic in your life, but you have some scars from the past, cultivate the energy of gratitude in your life so you can really manifest that gratitude and manifest that goodness in your life. Because guys, life is meant to be fun. Life is meant to be a journey and an experience. And that's what your soul is trying to get you to remember, that you are a dreamer, you are a believer, you are a person who has big visions and big dreams. But at the same time, things have happened in the past, and that might have instilled some doubts and created some self-limiting beliefs. But those beliefs came to the surface by you choosing this pile, and now it's time to release them. Now it's time to let them go. Now it's time to really cut that energy cord with your past and move forward and manifest the perfection of your life. Now guys, this image here of the person, the dreamer, collaborative dreaming, it's a person that is literally dreaming of their dream. If you notice in here, guys, especially this piece right here, it's like an awakened and opened third eye or crown chakra, and in here there is the heart. So this tells me that you must create what's called in the science field a mind-heart coherence. And if you guys are really new to this, please go to theheartmathinstitute.com and learn about the science behind the mind and the heart, and how when you harmonize the two, you could really create some positive impact in your life. And guys, if you would like to learn more about the power of the heart and how to harmonize the mind and the heart, let me know in the comments, and I'll happily add this video idea to the queue and record a video about this topic. Back to you, pile number 2. Your soul is trying to remind you that when you harmonize your mind and your heart together and you create the right-minded thinking, the positive thinking, then you can manifest things from the light of the perfection of life. Now guys, I'm getting strong guidance that some of you are very upfront or you have no filters. And that's totally okay. Being authentic and speaking your truth sometimes doesn't land well with people. That's why I see this figure here, they're crying, and the message says, softly, softly, the tender touch. What I'm seeing is that sometimes by speaking our truth, that could cause us some pain, because some people might not feel that we're being kind or being nice. And what I encourage you guys to do is be authentic and be kind at the same time. So what does that mean? That means if somebody did something that doesn't align with you, you can say things in a kind mannerism, and it is not your job to have people like you or not. You must like you. And take it from me, guys, take it from me. I was such a people pleaser. In the past, I saw so many red flags with certain people, but instead of me addressing it head on, I wanted to be liked and I wanted to please the people. So I didn't say the things, and guess what? I wind up crying in the end anyway. So I learned now through experience and through being on this earth for 34 plus years that in life, be authentic, but be kind at the same time. And pile number 2, this is what I'm getting for you, that you must step into your authenticity, set your boundaries, and make sure that you speak your truth regardless of how people might feel about that. Because if you speak your truth without malice, without an intention of being hurtful, but speak your truth from the space of, this is how I see it and this is how I feel about it, and please know that I don't mean disrespect or I don't mean any ill feeling towards you, but this is how I'm seeing it, and if that resonates with you, then awesome, we can continue on and see how we can fix it. If that doesn't resonate with you, then I'm sorry, that's just the way it is, and I gotta address and acknowledge my feelings because that's the way I am. And guess what, guys, the more authentic you are, the more you will attract people who will find your authenticity refreshing, who will find your vulnerability refreshing. And guys, please don't mistake this reading by thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna be an a-hole anyway. No, that's not what it means. That just simply means that when you see a wrongdoing, when you see something that is not right, you speak up and you let other people deal with how they feel about it. And when you speak up, if you look at this, in here, she's speaking up, but that speaking, because it's igniting her and it's awakening her heart, it's also allowing her to speak from a higher space of vibration. So she might be sharing things that are considered difficult, but she's sharing it with such care and love that the other people will receive it in a good manner and in a good intention. And when you speak your truth, guys, you will vibrate higher. And especially if you're a believer, if you're a dreamer, if you're a person who wants to manifest goodness in your life, please start speaking your truth. Because if you're not going to believe in yourself and in your dream, then how on earth other people will believe in you and your dream? And trust me when I tell you guys, no one will believe for your dream for you. In the past, I was surrounded by people who on paper, they sounded and felt like they were for me, but there were red flags that I didn't address, and those red flags wind up biting me in the butt, and that took away from the experience of the perfection of life. So what I'm getting for you, pile number 2, is be authentic, be truthful, and remember that life is meant to be fun and exciting and a beautiful journey, and your soul is trying to remind you that if you align your mind, your body, your spirit with your heart, and you center yourself in the energy of love, then you're going to create the perfect life that you seek. So alright, pile number 2, I love you so much. I hope this reading brought some peace and tranquility to your life and gave you some insight about your soul journey and what your soul wants you to remember. So remember, guys, if you want to qualify for a reading with me, drop me a comment underneath this video letting me know how you would utilize this reading when you win it. And remember to always like, comment, and subscribe, because that's how more people learn about the channel and learn about the amazing things that we are doing here. So alright, guys, I love you so much, and I'll see you later this week with another video. Till we speak again, may the rest of your life be the best of your life, and bye. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. So guys, just to give you a little background about the intention of this reading, last week I've done a reading for us which is about our soul remembrance. So what are the messages that our soul wanted us to remember? So if you haven't got a chance to watch that video, the link is underneath this video, and I'll also include it in the card up there so you guys can check it out. And I felt guided this week to actually record a more in-depth reading about you specifically, the person who selected the pile, what messages your soul wanted you to really know about and really dive into so you can really create and manifest the things that you seek in life. And now, pile number 3, let's dive to your reading. So the first card is Visions of Life Beyond Death. The second card is She Feels, She Knows. And the third card is Shock of the New. And your affirmation card is When I lean towards love, I am led. Oh my goodness. Pile number 3. Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh. The first thing that I'm sensing for you, pile number 3, is that you are feelers. You are people who really feel your feelings. And sometimes, guys, as a fellow feeler and an empath, when we feel things, we might not look like it on the surface, but on the inside, we have those scars of feeling. Because, guys, emotions are heavy and emotions are dense, but it's okay to feel them, because it's better to feel the feelings feeling and let it go than just stuff the feeling and be blindsided by that feeling resurfacing again and again and again. Also, pile number 2, I feel that you guys are empaths. So if you are an empath, or you have some empathic abilities, or you're just a person who feels other people around you. So you could walk into the room and you feel like somebody had a fight in there, or somebody was so excited, or you just hug your friends and you immediately ask them like, what's going on? I can feel you. I sense that you guys are feelers, and your soul wants you to remember that it's okay to feel the feelings. Now guys, the second card here, or the middle card, says she feels, she knows. Please don't let the gender dictate how the reading is, because all of my readings are timeless and gender neutral, but I just follow the card or what it says. So sometimes it says he, sometimes it says she. Please take it as a general message to you regardless of the gender. So guys, what I'm also getting for you, pile number 2, is that in the past you didn't feel your way through things, and that have shut you down. That's why I'm getting from this figure here, if you notice, their eyes are closed, but then right here the peacock feathers are like big eyes. So this tells me that you guys are intuitive, you guys are sentient beings, you feel things, you sense things, sometimes you get visions, sometimes you get signs, and to trust your feelings and trust your emotions, and most importantly trust your intuition. So in here guys, we have the peacock, we have the owl, we have the crow, and those are all animals that are associated with being intuitive. So if in the past you have had some battle scars from feeling things and not trusting them, it's time to start trusting your feelings and trusting your intuition. And what I'm seeing here guys is that in the past you didn't trust your feelings and you didn't trust your intuition, so you wind up feeling the pain of not trusting it. That's what I'm getting from this pile. And there is a major connection between these two cards, because there is a feather of a peacock here and there's all the feathers of the peacock here. And what I'm getting here guys is, if you trust your intuition, you're gonna see wide open and you're gonna feel and know what really is going on. So I'm also getting that some of you guys might be in relationships that are toxic and that are really making you feel like you are being beat up. Because sometimes guys, abuse doesn't come just in the form of physical abuse. There are other forms of abuse. It could be verbal abuse, it could be mental abuse. And trust your feeling and trust that your intuition is guiding you along the path. And what I'm getting here guys is that when you start to trust your intuition and trust your feelings, you're going to be this figure, very happy, very joyous. The sunflowers represent happiness and joy. The music represent harmony, represent being in the flow of things. And if you notice in here guys, this figure in here, like all of her higher faculties are awakened. Her heart chakra is open, her throat chakra is open, her third eye is open, her higher faculty or crown chakra is open, and she's in harmony with life. To be in harmony in life, I'm not surprised that this card appeared for you guys. When I lean towards love, I am led. Let your feelings lead you. So if you're not feeling love, then you're gonna feel like this underneath the surface or beneath the surface. So to understand your emotions, you gotta feel them. And if you really guys wanna dive into how emotions work, please go grab your copy of the book, Feelings Buried Alive Never Die. It will just change your life forever. I have read this book 5 times this year, and I have went through some of the heavy emotions that I buried and that made me feel like this underneath the surface. So the minute I started to acknowledge my feelings and started to heal them, I started to release them, and I started to feel like this figure here, happy, joyous, in harmony, in full authenticity. In the past, guys, believe it or not, I used to be afraid of doing these readings because I was afraid how people might judge me, how people might think like, oh, why you're a guy doing a job that are mostly done by women? Who the F cares? But tells you that sometimes as souls, we got to travel our own soul journey. And anytime I stopped following my intuition and let other people's control me, that's when I wind up looking like this emotionally. Thankfully, I've never been physically abused, but I've been and endured abuse in mental form and in vocal form, where people tell you something, but they're doing something totally different, and you feel like abused mentally. And the minute I started to let love lead me, so how do you let love lead you? Anytime you're going through an experience, how are you feeling in that experience? Does that experience make you feel alive? Then you are being led by love. Or does that experience contract you and make your heart feel like somebody is squeezing it? Then you're not being led by love. So in here, guys, what I'm getting is, and this is very different for this pile than the other piles. What I'm getting is you are a person who has high intuitions, high sense of intuition. And if you let your intuition guide you and let love reside in your heart, then you're going to experience this in this light. You're going to experience light from a state of alignment. But if you blindside yourself, not follow your intuition, not let love lead you, then most likely you're going to experience life from this light. And guys, experiencing light from being beat up is not a fun experience. So please honor your feeling. Please trust your intuition. Please follow your bliss and let love guide you, guys. Let love guide you. So I see beautiful future for you guys. And I see that you guys are feelers and intuitives and empaths and light workers. And that when you let love lead you, you're gonna let the manifestation of life become a beautiful journey for you guys. So all right, my loves, I hope this reading brought love, peace, and tranquility into your heart. If it did, please give this video a big thumbs up, like, subscribe, and remember, if you haven't joined the giveaway, there is still time. We have the whole month ahead of us. All you gotta do is just leave a comment underneath this video letting me know that you want to win a reading and how you would utilize that reading when you win it. So all right, guys, I love you so much, and I'll see you later this week with another video. Till we speak again, may the rest of your life be the best of your life, and bye.